without the thingy in the way. Look at all those people there already.
Hi guys.
Hello. We had a bit of a last minute panic, so I'm
Oh, yeah, she broke everything, guys.
How lovely to see so many people there waiting. Hello everybody. Gina gets the early bird prize today. Carol, you've been knocked off the podium. Hello Laurie. It's cold everywhere, isn't it? I've just looked, it's 11 degrees in my kitchen today. And even up here where we have actually got heating on, my hands are cold.
Sounds fine to
Kansas
me.
and New York. Lurking and working on a gift for a friend. Oh, you keep going, Carol. We know you're there. Hey, Emily. How are you? Catherine, hello. I haven't even scrolled to the bottom of the chat yet. Oh, Catherine's going nuts with those emojis. It's lovely to see the emojis, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a real buzz to see those there because we designed them. And we've got a decision on the next one that we're gonna do as well. So because we're allowed the extra emoji now.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a cat next. I think that was the next one on the list. That's the one that we did a members poll yesterday morning, and cat won out just about. Hey Andrea, thank you. Hello Deb.
Hi everyone. And
freezing
Emily,
cold in Oldham as well.
You may be disappointed if you're looking for chaos. These Wednesday ones are slightly less chaotic
they're a bit more chilled, aren't they?
Ones, yeah.
Hey Jen. And Wendy, Granny Sue, and Jackie, and Jan. And Kathy, hello. It must be early there. Kathy's in Australia.
Rainy, cold Plymouth.
What time is it in Australia? So I'm used to it being early morning when we do the Saturday night lives, but I suppose what time of day is it in Australia now? Evening, I guess. Heidi, hello. Oh,
Well,
I've seen some faces I haven't seen
because
for a
it'll be
while.
1 a.m. there, so wherever that was, that's bad.
That's right. Yeah, that's she's in near Melbourne, isn't she? I believe.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm still catching up. I'm still not down to the bottom of the chat yet. Yes, it is slightly more chilled out these Wednesday ones because we don't do giveaways and things, and I actually usually get some crafting done. Hey, Jackie!
Yeah.
We've got people from everywhere. Little Sparrow. I love that name. Tamar Valley, or everywhere's cold and wet except Australia and New Zealand.
Don't worry, Emily, I'll sort your refund out later.
Hello, Coral. That's a new name to me. Welcome. Ah, lovely. Right. Oh, hang on. I should be doing... I'm so used to Tom doing everything. Okay, right. Brace yourselves.
My level of bracing was insufficient.
Right, I'm actually going to be doing something today.
Hey!
Oh, Lindsay! Hi, Lindsay, and thank you ever so much. So that's Lindsay popping up. Anybody that doesn't know, we've introduced our channel memberships.
Yeah.
So since the last live, which is the Saturday one, since then, Rhonda's also a new member, so that's Rhonda and Lindsay, new members, so that makes 26 now. Woohoo! We thought we might get a couple. Hi, Linda. Vivid Dreams, that's a good name. Hey, Gabby. Gabby's here for an hour. Speaking of Gabby, I must say this now. Before I forget to mention, I kind of tried to put the YouTubers we'd be likely to be mentioning. I tried to put all their links in the description box because it saves me having to go in and put them in after. And I'm sure Gabby's in there. Warm myself up.
She is.
I was just watching Gabby's latest video this morning. She got this massive haul of sewing things from Temu. Oh my god. I think it's partly she did a good job choosing, but you know, you kind of always think, is Timu's stuff going to be a bit dodgy? Well, beautiful. Even like linen, you even had a piece of linen, didn't you, Lindsay? I've seen Lindsay's name and said Lindsay, I meant Gabby. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Make sure you use all those emojis. Try out those new emojis that you can use now. So yeah, there was beautiful linen. There was this lovely soft kind of tulle trim, and I could just loads of really beautiful things. And you'd never have thought she'd have got them from Temu. Anyway, Gabby, being Gabby, bless her, bought 2 of everything. And what she said she's going to do is put the extra ones, so basically half her big bundle that she got, she's going to do as a giveaway in our next live, the Saturday live, which is so sweet of her. So
we have such a lovely community.
I know. Can't believe it. And I will say now that I'm like touched to the point of can't hardly say it, but thanks to an amazing benefactor who chooses to remain anonymous. I know who it is. They know who they are. I'm going. But next time you see us, we'll have a new webcam. So thank you. You know who you are. I can't believe it. And I had to mention it. They don't want me to mention their name, but I had to just say thank you. And hopefully, while I leave, I won't be using it until Tom comes over to help me set it up on Sunday, but hopefully you will all notice a huge difference to the quality of what you can see on the desk and that as well. It'll just make it so much better. But yeah. You rock socks. Anyway, I've completely thrown myself off. What was I about to talk about before I went off on 2 or 3 tangents there?
Who knows?
Can anybody remember?
You were talking about Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby. So go and check out Gabby's video. It's quite a long video, but it's worth settling in with a cup of coffee for and going through all that lovely stuff. I was dribbling with her. I really was.
Gabby's videos are always worth watching.
Yeah, she's really nice to listen to as well. Yeah, and you can tell how excited she was. I'd have been exactly the same way in that parcel. And blooming lovely. You know, whoever wins that is just going to be made up. Right, I'm going to actually do some stuff now. During the live on Saturday, one of the things that was won was the piece of Maggie Morris embroidery, which I turned into this little needle book. I haven't sent it off yet. It's Gina that won it. I think I've seen Gina in here in the chat, haven't I? I'm not sure.
Wasn't Gina the first?
Yes, it was Gina was there. That's right, that's why I remember. So Gina, sorry, I haven't sent it off yet because I've still got a couple of little finishing touches I wanted to do, and that's what I'm going to do now. I've just had such a busy month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lindsay's sat in bed having a cuppa. That's unusual for you.
I saw Emily said she was going to be drawing while listening.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, anyone who is doing stuff while watching us, you can share what you're doing in the live stream follow along room in the Discord.
And I'm sure Tom is now good because he's got powers.
I already had the powers for that ages ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you've got other powers. So he can actually type as me now.
I think anyone can type that live command. Just no one else wants to.
You can type things and make out like you're me, which is...
I can do that, yeah.
Yes, and cause all kinds of mayhem. Right, I'm going to...
Cause you to admit that you can't
you don't
make
need to be watching
puddings.
this, do you? Sorry?
I can cause you to admit that you can't make Yorkshire puddings.
Emily, while you're there, I finally cracked the Yorkshire puddings. I don't know if you saw the picture in the Discord. I put it in the Food Glorious food room.
I sent her a picture.
Oh, yes, of course
she
you
said
did.
they look epic.
They were epic. They looked in the photo. They looked as if they were slightly burnt, but they weren't actually. They were just right, weren't they? I was proud of them, and then I made them again. Less
burnt in the photos I took, but
yeah, maybe it's my phone.
Your pictures.
My phone burns everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still sicky, Gabby. No, don't want a photo of that, thanks. You can keep that to yourself. Cool. 2 days off in a row again, Lindsay. You had 2 days off in a row for Christmas, didn't you? They're spoiling you.
Lazy.
I don't think she gets a lot of time. The trouble is in that business, it's kind of, yeah. Well, there's lots of kinds of jobs that I've done in the past. It's difficult to get time off. 2 days together is lovely because you can do more with it.
Yeah. Yeah, every time it's always 1 day at a time. You never really get a chance to relax before you're back at work again.
Yeah. Lindsay, I need to see a picture of that big piece you were doing for your boss. So Lindsay and Gabby, coincidentally next to each other in the chat there, both do sometimes paint very large pieces, very large canvases, don't you guys? Which is something I've never done, actually. I should challenge myself. I did once paint the mural in the old City Hall in Truro. Do you remember that, Tom, when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, of course, got pulled down during the refurbs.
Yeah.
I wonder what ever happened to that.
Egyptian themed stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. Ended up on a skip somewhere, I expect, but I kind of knew that was going to happen. We always knew it was kind of transient, and it was up for months and months, actually.
Yeah, it was up for longer than it was originally intended to be there, wasn't it?
Ah. Big size, Annie. Size matters.
Yeah, small things are terrible, Gabby. I agree. Although the good thing is you can just get a normal sized canvas and it looks like a big canvas when you're working on it.
I'm ignoring. Oh, that's another emoji we need. We need one going. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah,
I must admit, I don't like working on small scale. It drives me nuts. I used to hate. That was the only thing I didn't like about smaller boxes, was because of the size of the box. Necessarily, the paper always needed to be that kind of A5 size, which I hate. I used to end up sticking them together. For a post
box, you've got little choice, I guess.
Yeah. So I used to just use those papers for kind of other things, or to put together into things, or collage or whatever. But I prefer at least A4 to work in, if not A3. So, but I've never tried a full-on canvas or anything, you know. Hey, Kelly.
Well, why not?
So Lindsay loves a 4. Oh, hang on, let's scroll again. Hey, Rhonda, you just missed your special mention as a new member since the last live. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Make sure you members are making use of those emojis, because it gives us a buzz when we see them. Just try to scroll up to see. Oh yeah, a 4 by 6 foot cradle wood panel. Wow, that is massive. That's quite daunting, isn't it? But I would enjoy doing it. Maybe it's something I should challenge myself to this year. I want to get back into art generally, actually, more.
Well, seeing the hug emoji reminds me. I've been doing some.
Kim.
I've been doing some research into merch ideas.
Oh yeah, we did find. Well, you did. I say we. Royal we.
Yeah, a couple of options. You turned into Popeye there.
Yeah, so we might have some. Sure, he wanted to show us your Danglers t-shirt.
Yeah, I can even have things embroidered.
Yeah.
A bit more expensive than the printing, but you know.
Now, have you actually got an idea, or are you just playing with the emojis there, Catherine? Right, okay, I need to get started on this. I need to remember that this isn't a just chat, and I'm supposed to be doing something useful as well.
Get on with it.
I'm going to be really brave and just draw this heart out straight on here a minute.
Yeah, you're right, Gabby. She is lazy. She should get on with it.
I am lazy. I bet Gabby didn't say that.
Of course she didn't.
Okay. That's a good heart, just drawn out straight like that, isn't it? Hey, Snobby! Oh, isn't that always the way? I also tend to find I want the loo 5 minutes after we've started, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to, while I'm just cutting this out, I think this is probably a good time before I forget. I'm just going to... Shall I do the scrolly thing now, Tom, or should I do that right at the end?
Well, we haven't made it automatically update with new people who joined during the thing.
Oh, so I'll do it now.
So you may as well do it now while it's only one person out of date.
Well, these things, at least the pop-up worked this time, didn't it?
I mean, you could quickly manually add Lindsay's name in to the text file if you wanted to.
I'm going to do it.
Make it accurate.
I'm going to do it.
You know what you're doing.
I can do this. I can do this. Talk amongst yourself, Tom, a minute.
Yeah.
Get me doing things on the fly.
Yeah, she's pretty much doing it right as well.
Yeah. Let's see if that works, though.
Well, it should.
What's funny? What someone said that I've missed. Give me a shirt that says "Give me a knickers, I want to make danglers." I also think there's definitely scope for harking back to the whatnot from last year. Show us your whatnot. I mean, that'd be quite good. Whatnots all over the world. Oh, a flannel quilt, cozy. Hi, Gina. I said hello to Gina because it was Gina that was there waiting, wasn't it? Yes. I'm a bit overexcited today.
You are a bit.
Daft Zero. Hello, that's a new name to me as well. So I've seen some new names recently, haven't we? Dafts. Does that mean you're in Wales? Because I associate daffodils with Wales. Is that right, though? Am I being stupid?
You usually are, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably it. I probably am. Hey, Susie Q! Sneaked in.
Sneaky hobbitess.
No. No, that was stupid. It was a stupid idea. Ignore it. Pretend I never said it. Daft Zero. Just love daffodils, so do I. I don't like the smell of them, actually. I can't stand the smell of them. It's like I can't stand the smell of lilies. It gives me a headache and makes me feel sick. I don't know why. I always hated it. And but I love the look of them. They're so cheery and they kind of remind you that spring is on the way. By the time they come out, it's like winter's on the way out. What was I about to do, Tom?
You were about to switch scenes.
That's it.
So this is the difficult part and forgot the bit where you just have to click.
Before I forget, this is a scrolling list of all the amazing channel members that we've got already. It's a massive thank you to all of them. I just can't I can't get over what a massive response we had.
I was worried it was going to stay blank then. Huge thanks to nobody.
Yeah. Because it's just like, it isn't, obviously it makes a financial difference and that's hugely appreciated, but it's like, it's a real psychological boost, isn't it? It just, it's just such a buzz to know you've got all that support. And it's really fun, like seeing people using all the emojis and stuff, and I've been really enjoying. It's annoying that
I can't use the emojis. I drew them.
Yeah, I get frustrated that I can't use them when I'm answering comments on YouTube. Only if I go in a certain way.
Yeah, if you're doing it the easy way, it won't let you do it nicely.
No. Hey, Sylvia. That's another new name. Sylvia. We have got another Sylvia, though.
Yes, we have.
Did I say hello to Danielle? Hello, Danielle. Now, is that the same Danielle that's joined us in Discord recently as well? Okay, I've shown all them once. I don't need to.
Hey, Mary.
I don't need to leave that up there, do I?
You need to do some crafting.
I need to do some scrolling down. Who have I missed? Mary. Hi, Mary. I don't know if I've seen Mary join us before. Yay! I did a swap with Mary. Mary's in Brunei. That's the only swap I've done with Brunei. Yeah, that was very exciting.
And yes, Catherine, you're right. We are wonderful. And the community's okay, I guess.
I am. So I just, I love our little.
We've got the best community.
We really have. It just feels. It sounds like it's such a corny thing to keep saying, but it's a real feel-good community. It really is. It's heartwarming how supportive people are to each other, and And also, what a blimmin' generally all-round talented bunch of people. Do you know what I mean? It's so cool. There's so much different creative
all the stuff that you see on
going on.
Facebook group and in Discord. Amazing stuff.
I can understand how sometimes, people will just join, and one of the first things that people will say sometimes is, looking at all this, I feel really daunted. But nobody should ever feel like that, because everybody's...
Yeah.
Everybody's, for a start, everybody's in a different place on their journey, as they say, and... but I just think everybody's got something to add in terms of sharing inspiration and things,
Yeah, exactly.
And I love when, one person will come up with an idea, someone else will have a go at it, someone else will do another spin on it, and then the person who first came up with the idea thinks, oh yeah, I'm going to try it that way. And it just goes round and round and sparks ideas on the way. I just love that.
Yeah.
Oh, you should see... Oh, Susie, those photos that you showed me? I don't know if Susie's good. She's probably not going to be here for very long. Susie shared some photos with me of... I sent her that little piece of fabric that I'd stamped and coloured and stitched into. I stamped a spare piece and sent to her to play with as well, because neither of us could get hold of that 100 ladies fabric that Shirley did as a prize a while back. So Susie has now taken that. She's used Bonder web with fabric and actually kind of collaged fabric into the pattern. In fact, I can't explain it. Oh, Susie, if you're still there, would you mind sharing that in the live stream follow along room? Are you able to? I think she might be on a break or something.
Looks like Catherine's found a downside of being in Australia. Surrounded by Australians.
I love that. What Lovecraft with Catherine is saying there. I love this group so much. People in real life are so much suckier. Also, if it's us, if we do get up, you can just turn us off, can't you?
Very true.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Susie. Because then I can show it. I can show the Discord live stream follow along room here and show everybody. This is a typical example of I come up with a little idea and try it out on video. Then next thing, Create and Craft with Christine did it a different way on a fabric that had been treated with watered down acrylic with a different ink and got a way better result. And then I sent a little piece to Susie, who did a different spin on it again, and it looks amazing. It's just that it's typical of what I mean, where you take one. So now I'm going to go back to it and try a combination of what Susie has done and Christine has done and do the idea again. And it's just, yeah. Oh, they're in there now. Thanks, Susie. I'm going to show everybody Discord. So if you're in our Discord community already, this is the live stream follow along room. And Tom's already put a link to that in the chat, I believe. And if you're not, if you click on that link, it will take you to Discord and allow you to join if you would like to. It's all free, so feel free. I'm just going to check that I've actually not got that open on a personal message or anything.
And if you try to click the link and it doesn't work for you because you're using an iPhone, I think you have to install the Discord app from the App Store before it'll work on an iPhone, because Apple
we've had that before,
haven't we?
The way that
links will work, and they made it harder for developers in general, because that's what Apple does.
So this is a little peek at the room. Oh, Snoppy, this looks amazing. So this is it. Snoppy's been doing this for the Arty Farty Pod, and it was Snoppy that came up with the original idea for this, of doing like an arts and crafts based time capsule. And this is something I started doing, got distracted by other things, and I've got on my list to carry on with this year, because I just think it's such a lovely idea. I think I've still got the link to the Arty Farty Pod's website, which tells you all the information about the project, the idea, if you're interested. Oh, love this. Snoppy, it's beautiful. Can you just imagine bringing harmony to our busy world? I love that. Can you imagine finding a little treasure box, whatever container you choose to put your keepsakes into, finding that later, whether it's someone that you know made it, you know, if it's your granny that made it and you find it in 50 years time, or if it's someone that lived in the house before you and they tucked it away in the eaves or whatever. Can you imagine finding a little treasure box of little stitched pieces or whatever, or little pieces of art? Beautiful. Love all the texture in that. Here's the cats that I was talking about. So this is the piece that I sent, or some of the piece that I sent Susie, where I had this stamp set of cats, comical cats, and I didn't, as you can see, get a great impression with the ink. I did experiment a bit with going over that in pen and things, and colouring with Inktense, and Susie's colour with Inktense here, and the lady on the right, I think she's actually used a fine pen to go around the outline as well, and now she can just like stitch into it. So now I've seen Susie do it, I'm thinking, I thought they might be too fiddly, those little images to colour, but Susie's done a lovely job, so I'm going to try that. And then Susie did this, where she used WIP too, and she's got the same stamp set, and the stamp set has like a reverse image of several of the cats, so she stamped it the other way up onto WIP fabric and then applied it to the stamped image. Just the body part, and that looks amazing. I love that, and I know I'm thinking of all my other stamp sets and thinking I'm going to go back, revisit this, have another go. Jan, look, the Manx quilting. So this is I did a video on this about a year ago first, over a year ago, and then I came back to it just recently when someone asked what had I done with my squares, and made a little flow bit with it. But I love Manx quilting. It's so fun to do, so easy, no rulers, no actual measuring as such. All the stitching can just be a running stitch because it doesn't show at all and doesn't need to be strong the way it's constructed. It's just brilliant. Big fan of and it's such a lovely effect that looks so pretty. The second one is markedly better than the first. Don't look too closely. I honestly don't think, I just look at that and just see a general all over pretty effect. Doesn't need to be perfect, does it? Yeah, lovely combination of colours and patterns there, really pretty. Always like pink with green. And look at these little bears. Tom's gone suspiciously quiet, I've just realised.
I can't get a word in. You don't even stop for breath.
Oh, sorry.
I've been trying to say hi to Double O Sue for like 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say anything for the rest of the stream. That'll last about 10 seconds.
You can tell she's excited about all this stuff because
it's lovely to see all this.
Breath.
I can't help it. Those bears are adorable. Did you have a pattern for that, Jan? And here we go. Oh, look. Working on ink drawings for the art swap. Oh, how beautiful. So the art swap, for anyone that doesn't know, if I'm allowed to speak and explain this, am I?
No, you're not actually.
I love these. That looks like a phoenix there, phoenix rising.
It does.
How gorgeous. A wizard, that looks like Gandalf or someone. Oh, look at that. They're beautiful drawings. That looks like a giant. What character is this? So the theme, I'm going to come back now. I've lost myself.
She's only gone and lost herself. She is.
So if anybody wants to join in with the art swap, I don't think I thought to put a link to anything useful about that in the description. This time, what I thought we'd do is make it not necessarily a swap. So the theme is going to be fables, fairy tales and folklore. And I think with the mix of people we've got from all over the world, there's, hopefully we'll see some interesting sort of traditional stories and things coming up, customs and things from different places. That would be really nice. A But what I've suggested this time is, if you don't want to do it as an actual swap, but you want to join in, you could just do a piece or several pieces and just share photos, either in Discord or in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And still arrange swaps if you want to. So if you wanted to do it as a swap, we usually do 10 centimetre squares. But we did bookmarks as well last time, and you could do tags like we did for the stitchery swap. And I would say, you know, interpret it in any way you like, use whatever mediums you like, but bear in mind, if you're doing an actual swap, you've got to post them, so don't make anything too fat.
You don't do like some kind of welded thing that'll cost £100 to send.
I can see what you're doing with the rabbit. It's not funny, big or clever.
We do need a waffle emoji though, to be fair.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to write that down, because that definitely has to go on the list.
Especially if it would annoy people who complain about you waffling in the videos.
It's like, because yeah, I know, yeah.
You get that in the comments. It's like, you've got all these followers who clearly like the waffle. What makes this one person think that you're going to stop because they don't like it? And also, why don't they just go somewhere else?
Yeah, just move on. I didn't ask you to watch, you know.
That's what we have here. It's fine. Go away.
Yeah. I bet I've missed a lot of chat there.
Probably.
Love the wee bears. You can tell Lindsay's Scottish. Oh yeah, that Lisa Pay It Forward is brilliant, isn't she? So many free patterns. I think you can have channel membership with her and get more. I know Johnny did that because he wanted to do a Pinocchio or something, he was saying, which he hasn't got around to making yet, but yeah, she's brilliant. And yeah, loads and loads of stuff you can get on there for free. I'm trying to catch up on the chat, but I can't. I mean, okay, I'm waffling, and you can't hear these guys waffling, but there is a lot of chat goes on there. I'm always amazed when you look at the statistics after the stream. It's like, well, we had like around 60 people all the way through. 1,500 chat messages. Are you serious? That's a pretty good average, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you see us missing your chat messages, that's why. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
we try and read everything we can.
Sally Joe.
Hey, Sally.
Have I missed anybody else? I think so. This cul-de-sac is an ice. Oh yeah. Oh, we used to have a hi Sue. Double O Sue, licensed to craft. We used to have a bit round the corner from where I lived before in the city, where I dreaded going. I had to go through there to get to the bus for work, and it was like an ice rink because the sun never hit it, so it would kind of semi-thaw out during the day and then freeze again.
That's absolute the worst, ice rink. Yeah.
I'm going to have to.
It just keeps on making smoother and smoother ice.
Yeah, I'm going to have to excuse myself, Tom, and go to the loo a minute. I can't.
Make sure you mute the microphone.
It's not going to be that, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it on the Discord so you can talk about that.
Okay. So yeah, Discord. It's fun. I don't know what I can talk about. She's already mentioned, obviously she's spoken at length, great length, about what she's seen in the Discord. And yeah, if people don't want waffle, the WIP and Waffle stream is the wrong place for you, because it's in the title. We're going to waffle. I say we, it's fairly one-sided waffling, but there you go. Hopefully you guys can't hear what she's doing in there. But yeah, we will make our own waffle emoji. Obviously, as Kerry's shown there is a built-in waffle emoji in YouTube, but we need our own. Yeah, and you know, I do have a fantastic mother, but don't tell her I said that. But yeah, it amazes me that people will complain about videos when, you know, they could just leave. The whole
remembering to put the headphones
stuff
on this time.
She's done it. We can't insult her this time. Yeah, we can. You're a tiny hobbit.
Carol, don't make him even worse. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Deb, I saw that.
Muff, muff.
Right, I'm going to actually do something now. Because I need to get this sent off to Gina.
Yes.
I think Gina's in the States, if I remember right. Okay. What are you laughing at? What am I missing?
Got more rabbit than Sainsbury's, mate.
I had that blinking song stuck in my head for days last time.
Emily says she can hear you on the toilet.
Stop it! Don't say that. God, you couldn't, could you?
She chose not to mute her microphone. So if you could hear it, that's what she wanted.
I couldn't wait to mute the microphone. Sometimes when you've got to go, you've just got to go, haven't you? Emily, you're making him worse. I want to use this colour. My idea with this is I'm going to make a little tiny stuffed heart.
Yeah, I've forgotten what you're doing.
Which I thought would go inside. I'm going to link it inside. I'm going to do a plaited cord with these. I found a spare little needle threader that I thought I'm going to link as well. And the little stuffed heart would make like a small pin cushion, just enough to use because it's just a little portable thing, and I think it'll look cute. That's what I'm doing this afternoon, in theory. Back in the 60s, yeah, we used to get rabbit all the time. Do you know what put me off it? It wasn't the idea of eating rabbit, because eating chicken disturbed me just as much as a kid, because we kept chickens and I was fond of them, and so I didn't like eating chicken either, really. But what disturbed me about it was that it always had buckshot in it.
Oh, yeah.
And so you had to constantly be careful that you didn't get a bit with buckshot in, which really put me off.
I mean, that's why so many people your age are a bit mental, isn't it? Because there's a lot of lead in
the food.
It's all microplastics now. Back in your day, it was all lead. Yeah.
There's also a theory that if you grew up within the kind of London Ring Road, which I did, because I was born in Balham, we lived in southwest London for a long time until I was about 10 or 11. That it stunts your growth.
Well, we've got some evidence that might suggest that. Yeah.
But seriously, the size of my head and the size of my feet, I think I was meant to be taller.
Yeah.
It's just a bit in the middle.
I've got a suggestion you might have heard me make before that would explain the big feet and the short stature.
I'm not listening to you now. I'm just... look at Lindsay, what Lindsay said. We kept rabbits at my grand's. When I found out why we had them, I put them all in a wheelbarrow and ran away from home. Oh, bless.
Did it work?
That conjures up such a picture. Oh... Can't be any worse than one of you. Whoa, a microphone to the toilet and... Oh my God.
Yeah. That's happened.
Oh, that's even worse than my accidental
times.
Live on Twitch that time.
Yeah, I mean, there was also a guy who... didn't realise he'd left the stream running after it was finished and then proceeded to have some private time. That was less private than he intended. I believe that got him banned from Twitch.
I think I would just you would never go online again. You wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't.
How could you show your face after you'd shown your
no. Oh. Yeah.
I've heard that rabbit's quite easy to skin. You just kind of start at the rear end and turn them inside out. They make it look, which is gross.
Easy to do from a practical point of view, not so easy to do emotionally.
Certainly not if you've, named it.
Yeah.
But I've had rabbit before. It was nice.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just, I kind of am at a stage...
The one I didn't have any lead in it, but...
Yeah. I'm at a stage where I'd really rather not be eating meat at all, really, I think.
Yeah, you can do without it pretty easily these days, can't you?
I just think it is pretty easy these days not to. And environmentally, it's kind of better as well. So
yeah,
I'm never going to become one of those kind of militant vegans or anything. But
yeah, I mean, they always try and point out how intelligent pigs are. So it's like, I know, but they're also delicious.
Well,
I'd eat people if they were.
I reckon we'd be pretty delicious if you roasted us, probably.
I don't know. I bet you do, Emily.
We have a similar diet to pigs. Oh yeah, there's another emoji waiting to happen. Exactly, Rain. I think you are kindred spirits with Tom. If they're not meant to be meat, why do they taste so good? You don't like pork?
Yeah. Or if they're not meant to be eaten, why are they made of meat?
See, I love the taste of lamb, but when I stop and think about it, it's like, well, yeah. We always end up talking about food one way or another, don't we?
We do, yeah. The problem is we talk about so many foods that it doesn't make an easy emoji choice. Yeah,
so I chose the Yorkshire Pud as one that we've talked about a lot. Toad in the hole would be another one. But then I thought, well, toad in the hole doesn't mean much to people outside the UK, so... But just some piece of food that would represent food, generally. It could be a piece of cake or a pizza or... And then I thought, well, what about drinks? I mean, would it be gin? Would it be wine? Would it be coffee? Would it be hot chocolate? Tea?
I just put a new Yorkshire pudding emoji in the chat for you there.
Is it flat? Is it something flat?
Yeah.
I can't see it, Tom. It hasn't come
underscore.
Up.
It's because we're looking at it from the side. It hasn't come up. What's exactly the problem? Yeah.
It's not funny.
You told your face, because your face seems to be laughing.
You love your veggies and your behind compliments them always. Gabby, that isn't making sense to me.
I assume it means she farts.
Oh, yes.
At least I hope that's what she's talking about.
We're going to be back onto the farts again now, aren't we? See, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, dear. Jackie's lowering the tone.
Oh, British sausage. There's nothing like a sausage. Spotted dick.
Yeah.
Naughty step. Put yourself on the naughty step.
Sausages are good. Oh, how did you enjoy your second frozen toad in the hole last night?
It wasn't very nice at all compared to my homemade one. I had to use it since you bought it. I couldn't just put it in the bin because that would be a terrible waste of food. But
I love buying things to annoy you, like that ridiculous Santa butter.
Oh. He brought a reindeer butter home the other day, but at least that had been reduced to 75p. So we paid £2 something for that other one.
Yeah.
Not only was it ridiculous, but it was a huge waste of money as well.
I think it was £2.75 for just like a tiny piece of butter in the shape of Santa.
Crazy. People must be mad. You are mad. That is a ridiculous...
I'm sure most people weren't buying it to annoy their mothers.
No, most people probably bought it to decorate a festive cheese board or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could easily go vegetarian, Catherine. What do you think about... Have you found a favourite vegetarian sausage?
Yes, because it's one of those things that they can do pretty well, especially these days.
I do. I like things like jackfruit and banana blossom. Banana blossom makes an excellent substitute for fish and chips, or for the fish part of fish and chips, because it flakes in the same way. Sylvia's
got a non-food related question for you.
Oh, has she?
She ordered her knitted sock box from Stitch Kit, I think. I'm wondering how long it takes to arrive.
Well, I found that once we agreed what they were going to send, it was just a few days. So, yeah, I mean, I can't, because I haven't had an actual normal subscription in the normal way, I can't really tell you. But I know
you haven't really
that,
been through the order system, have you?
But they use Royal Mail, and I think did they use the 48-hour tract? Fairly certain. Did I have to sign for it? I can't remember now. Oh, it's probably still on one of the... old boxes. Hang on a sec.
Sausages should definitely make you laugh, Jackie.
Yes, if I put my hand over that. Ooh. Yeah, so it's Royal Mail 48-hour tracked. So not signed for, which is good really, because otherwise it's a pain in the hole if you're not there, isn't it? But to be fair, that isn't going to go for your letterbox either, so...
True.
So I'm interested to know, Sylvia, did you kind of choose to customise your box? Did you opt for a surprise? Because they will...
Granny Sue ordered her socks on the 1st of January and they're not there yet.
Oh. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Because, I mean, presumably they would be back to work, you know, if not on New Year's Day, I mean. So say they wouldn't be there New Year's Day. So say they got it the next day. They should have been able to dispatch on the Friday, which would have been... So I'm thinking if you ordered on the 1st, say they were back at work on the 2nd and dispatched by the Friday, you can't count, because it's 48-hour tracked, so you wouldn't be able to count Sunday. Monday. I would have expected to have got it by yesterday.
Yeah, I think like people are saying mail delays are most likely cause.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only... It's difficult for me to say because I've not had as I say, a normal subscription. It's always been them arranging to send me the thing, but they've been pretty hot off the mark. And I'd like to, you know, I always used to say Royal Mail is so reliable, but these days it's not always, is it? I know our posties our posties hated it because they like to do a good job, and they were finding they were actually having to go back to the depot with undelivered parcels some days.
Yeah.
And they really hated it. I think they ended up doing kind of unpaid overtime. In the end, put their foot down, and that's when they moved them on to a different patch, and they came and sort of said goodbye, and they didn't really want to go, but they'd been forced into it, which I thought was a shame, because that was Ian and Mark. I shared pictures of them and everything. They got to know them very well during the Whatnot period.
Yeah.
And so
you were posting a lot of stuff, doing the pick up from your door thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a shame. So their boss's answer to it, I guess, was to move them to somewhere where that was less likely to be an issue. And what I'm finding now is I've even had parcels left outside, which has never happened before with Royal Mail. Usually they refuse to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, my postie around here, he always knocks and waits for a fair amount of time, but if I don't arrive in time, he leaves it at the door.
Does he? That's Nick, isn't it? Used to be ours when we lived over that way.
He's a nice guy.
He did used to leave my post for me, but it was because we'd spoken and I'd said, look, if I'm ever not here, there's a place you can leave it. And he was happy to do that. But yours is a bit exposed. The front door by yours is not very...
I think it's because he knows that I'm probably going to be there in a minute. You know, he's usually he's like a couple of doors away and we have a bit of a wave and a hello. So
he knows you're there. That's fine.
Yeah.
So Rain is saying, anyone else being brave and stepping out of their comfort zone this year? You're going to learn to spin yarn. Oh, lovely. Ooh, currently waiting on your top wool spindle and slime green fibre. That's something I'd love to have a go at. One thing similar that I'm definitely going to do is finally use that tabletop loom. It's not really stepping out of my comfort zone as such, because I feel like I've done tiny amounts of weaving before, and it's still working with fibre, so I'm kind of feeling like not too anxious about it. One thing I'm more anxious about that I must do more of is using my lathe, Tom, mustn't I? And that is out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
What about everybody else?
At least you don't need to sharpen the chisels anymore.
Oh, Lindsay, a wall size? Yes, that's good. Those tools, those diamond tip tools or whatever they were, titanium.
No,
what were they? Tungsten tipped tools?
Yeah, I think they were tungsten carbide.
Lindsay's doing a wall-sized mural in a child's bedroom and she wants the Hogwarts castle. It's quite daunting, isn't it?
Yeah, just a small task that then, yeah.
Whoa. Sylvia's stepping out with the socks. Yes, I suppose I've already stepped out with the socks. Not literally yet, but I will do.
Well, that sounds fun, Lucy. But daunting.
Oh, a solo holiday to Sri Lanka. That is... I get anxious travelling anywhere these days, let alone on my own, to somewhere where I don't sort of speak the language and things. I guess you get a lot Mandy. Of English speakers there. Hey, Mandy. That's my sister, Mandy, guys.
Yeah, she's had to put up with this hobbit for decades.
Yeah. Known her all her life.
Yeah, poor cow.
Hey, Rachel's there. That's Rachel from Stitch Kit. All orders are now posted. Thanks, Rachel.
Hey.
Yeah, I think you'll be... you've challenged a few of us to try something new already this year. Oh, should I get my sock out to show Rachel? Oh, she might have already seen the video anyway. No, it's downstairs because I still got like the last bit of the second sock to do, so it's downstairs. She's probably it's on the video. I showed it on the video anyway.
You've not been struggling as much as you thought you might with knitting the sock, have you?
No. The bit I struggled with, I did show him a video. There were two main bits I struggled with, but I kind of worked them out, and that's the bit that I shared in the video, which was dividing the heel, then turning the heel. I just couldn't even understand what it meant, so I watched a tutorial, and then it all became clear. And it works like magic.
Yeah, you read out some of the instructions to me, and it sounds like
didn't make sense to you,
maybe aimed at someone who knits a bit more than you.
Yeah. But you know,
certainly more than me.
There's always a tutorial, though, isn't there? That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I did work it out. And then the other bit that I still haven't resolved is the casting off. You have to cast off with the two needles together. And I couldn't work it out. I kind of did it, but it was a right palaver. So I'm going to look for some more tutorials before I cast off this other one. I'm nearly finished.
Ooh, looks like you're being featured.
And then I've got... Oh, I'm behind on the scroll again. Then I've got enough wool, more than enough wool left to do another whole pair of socks. So rather than be tempted to just crochet with it, because that's my easy go-to, I'm going to make myself do another pair of socks. Oh, I need to catch up on the chat time.
Bye, Gabby. Hope you feel better soon.
Oh, go and look after yourself, Gabby. Bless her. She's such a sweetie. Oh, no. Oh, Rachel, wait till I do the second pair. It might be better.
Definitely do the first pair.
Oh, thank you. I must admit, it was because they'd kind of said they'd leave it a surprise what they were going to send me, and probably knitting socks would have been one of the last things I would have chosen. I'd have probably made a point of choosing something I felt I could do more justice to, you know, because I knew I'd be filming it and stuff. But actually, I was really glad.
It's good to be pushed occasionally, isn't it?
It is, because otherwise, you know, I think it's good for you to learn something new every day, as they say.
Yeah, especially as everything's so easy anyway.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'm not just saying it because Rachel's here, but I mean, other people have echoed this as well. They're blooming good value, those boxes.
Yes, I don't know how they manage.
No. That wool.
Because if you add up all the stuff individually, it's like...
Oh, I did ask Sylvia if did you customise your box, Sylvia? I'm intrigued to know what Hey, Frizzy Bee! I'm intrigued to know, you know, if people are customising their boxes, how are they, you know, how is that working out? I want to see pictures.
Bye, Emily. Tell Bertie I said he's a stinky little boy.
Enjoy your sausage. I feel another emoji for that coming on.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it's not hassling, Sue. It's just a question. That's all right. That's not hassling. That's fair enough, I think. Oh, listening in while planning your next surprise. Oh, God. Oh.
You need to get better at leaving that chat scroll to the bottom.
I do, don't I? I'm rubbish, aren't I? Sorry.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Hang on. There's loads here.
Exactly.
So, right. Oh well, Sylvia will find out. Oh, Sylvia, you'll have to, if you filled in a survey and you're sort of personalising the box, then you'll have to share some pictures when you're. Well, Sylvia's got a YouTube channel as well, actually. So, oh, do you know? I don't think I put yours in there. Did I put? I think Sylvia's might be one I need to add to the. I think what I'm going to start doing is all of the other YouTubers in here. I'm going to just do a permanent thing in the description box so that all the other YouTubers that might possibly come up or be in the chat or whatever will always be in the description box. I think that's probably a good idea. Because otherwise, if we rely on me to remember them every time, there's always going to be errors and omissions. Trying to streamline a few things where I can, just to organise myself a bit better. Tom's good at persuading me to get more organised, but he's not so good at organising himself. But you know, I could say the same, really. Snoppy's doing a quilt along with Tori. Lovely. I liked Snoppy's Tori's new stitch along postcard prompts as well. That was a lovely project last year. I only did like 3 or 4 of them and then got sidetracked with other things. She just can't keep up with everything, but it's nice to sit on the sidelines and watch. I'm dying to see what some people come up with for the new art swap challenge.
Yeah, even if you don't have time to sort of take part yourself, it's nice to see all the stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I've agreed just a handful of swaps. I'm just swapping with a handful of people I've swapped with before, like literally less than 10. And then I'd like to have time to do 2 or 3 kind of bigger pieces, because I do think it's a lovely theme. Claire suggested going with that theme this time, and funnily enough, it's one that we did as an Inspired By challenge a while back. It's kind of similar. That was Inspired By Fairy Stories, but you know,
kind of sums everything up at the moment, really, doesn't it? You'd like to have time.
Yes, yeah. If someone could do a subscription box just with extra time every month, that would be marvellous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sylvia's had contact with the Renee. Was it Renee? Yeah, who won the FPP file. I'm dying to get going on that as well. I don't know if anybody that didn't see. Hang on.
Oh, have you not had time to do that yet?
No, funny enough. So this is what Sylvia did for me. So this is obviously, it's my logo, and this is 49% of actual size. So I asked her to make it like cushion size, sort of 18-inch. She can do the file up to a 20-inch, I believe, which would be what is that in centimetres? About 15 centimetres? No, much more than that. 30. I can't even work it out. 45 centimetres? 50? Something like that. Anyway, square. And so I gave her this image, which she turned into the FPP is foundation paper piecing. So Sylvia is You and Me FPP on YouTube. I'll add that to the description box if I haven't already. And then you get all these pieces to cut your fabric with. And I'm going to try hand stitching this because I think I'm not very good on the machine and it will be too fiddly for me. So I'm going to try hand stitching this. So I will video at least part of the process of this. And I'm thinking...
some of those things are a little bit small if you're not confident with the machine, aren't they?
I mean, bearing in mind they're going to be twice that size, but they'll still be fiddly.
Yeah, even on the template things there, which are actual size, they're still a bit... Yeah.
And I just love hand stitching anyway, so... this on the back is that's all your brother's stuff I printed out for your brother before. Which he then... I can't even understand the words.
Is it by any chance AI related?
Yes, it is.
That's a surprise.
So yeah, that was recycled paper. So yeah, I'm dying to get into that, and I've chosen some of my fabrics I'm going to use for it. So I've got this. This is my little bag where I keep. I sort of sort my scraps into colour families. So I'm going to do a mixture rather than do one big plain, you know. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if anybody saw. I loved Create and Craft with Christine's solution for storing fabric scraps. I don't know if anybody's seen that already. Brilliant way to do it. I'm going to try some of that. Although I have now bought those Ziploc bags, but look, I've made a thing almost.
Ooh, it's even the thing you meant to make. It looks kind of like the heart emoji, that thing you've made.
Can anyone order an FPP? Yeah. If I haven't put, if You and Me FPP isn't already in the list of videos of YouTubers in the description box, it's
not in there yet.
Tom, are you able to put a link to Sylvia's channel for me, please, in the chat?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Thank you. Or Sylvia, you could put it in yourself. You're very welcome to. Whoever can do it, the quicker and easier, really. And then if as you can go to any of her videos and you'll find her email in there. And if you want to order a FPP file.
I think that's the one.
Looks like it. I want a little small heart now.
I'm disappointed you didn't do the heart in the same pink colour as the emoji that we did.
Yeah, because it wouldn't go with this.
It's still disappointed.
Which is far more purple than it looks on camera. See, that's going to be one of the brilliant things about getting this new camera. Thank you, anonymous donor.
Thank you, anonymous donor, who you just nearly named.
No, I didn't. No. I'm very discreet. I can be very discreet, even though I chat a lot. But yes, one of the things that will make it, because we've also got the colour thing that Tom bought me for Christmas, and since I've now got a new webcam, I'm going to use what I was saving for the webcam to buy some more lighting as well, and hopefully the whole thing will look a lot better, and I might even tidy my room as well.
I wouldn't bother. It never lasts more than a week or two.
It's because it's got too much stuff in it.
That's the problem, is that you can tidy what you want, and as soon as you have to do something, it's, you know.
But hopefully that alone will make a big difference, and you'll all be thinking you've come to the wrong channel next time you tune in.
Yeah, and Linda's brought up an interesting problem there as well. It doesn't matter how accurate we make the camera, it'll still look different on everyone else's device.
Of course, yeah. I tend to find that when I take photos, I will then edit the image to be as kind of realistic as I can get it.
Yeah.
And then if I post them, the pictures I post on Discord and Facebook afterwards will tend to be more accurate than what you see here.
Yeah, and that thing that I got you for Christmas will hopefully help with that, because it should make the images actually accurate to the right colours. Whether or not anyone's monitor displays them correctly is another matter entirely, but at least you know they are baseline accurate.
Yeah.
You know, the colours are all correct relative to each other. You know.
I shouldn't have done this with this black pen, because now you can see all the black pen, and I'm having to cut it off with these giant scissors because my small scissors that I've got handy are blunt.
You've got like 6,000 pairs of scissors.
A lot of the small ones seem to have gone blunt at the same time, though. It's strange. And it's not because I've used them for... Well, it might be because I've used them for paper.
It could be, yeah.
Thinking about it. I tend to cut envelopes and things with them if they're not.
Envelopes do tend to be made of paper rather than fabric.
If it's just, if I can, I use the letter opener that Jackie sent me. But sometimes if they're taped up and things, I will get a pair of scissors, so yeah.
Yeah,
that might be
letter openers are great for purely paper things, but if there's any kind of plastic involved, they tend to just get stuck and be.
Yeah. But they're safer if you're opening things like stitchery swaps. It's a lot safer to use a letter opener.
Yes. Yeah.
Imagine
they're also more
accidentally
fun than
slicing through what someone has made for you.
Oh, that'd be a nightmare.
Jenny's saying, the crafter's cycle, neat and craft room, get inspired and create chaos as you pull out items, neat and craft room in order to get inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, unless you've got a ridiculously massive space, the whole have everything in its own place thing just doesn't work, because places all have to be stacked on top of each other and you spend forever digging them out.
Yeah.
And you don't want to put it away under everything again and then have to get it out.
So then you end up piling it.
So,
I did try just turning it round, see, but I could still see the black. So I'm still going to turn it round because there's a bit of black there. I'm still going to obviously put that the other way down. But
I'd be tempted to encourage more black and make it look like a feature.
That's because you're inherently lazy. You got that from me.
Yeah. We're not lazy, we're efficient.
Yes. Creative.
Yeah.
How to make laziness look like a design decision.
My job requires professional laziness.
It does, because you're finding the most efficient ways of doing things.
Exactly, yeah. A lazy engineer is an efficient engineer.
Yes.
The problem is you can go a bit too far and spend 3 weeks automating a 5-minute task that you only have to do once.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
Yeah. But if that ever has to happen again, oh boy, will that still not be enough time saving.
Yeah.
That's why I work better in a team.
You also have a tendency to get stuck on a detail that isn't like that massively important.
No, I don't. Shut up.
Just to make everything absolutely perfect.
But it has to be.
Sylvia,
cutting up foil can sharpen your scissors, potentially.
Yes, I might try that. I might try that.
Blunt.
Yeah, go through everything, because I have. Yes, you have supplies you forget you had. I'd love to have.
Yes.
I always say this. I'd love to have a massive room where everything could be laid out and labelled beautifully, and I could just see it all around me, go straight to it, and open a drawer and take it out.
You guys would love Adam Savage's workshop.
Remind me who he is.
He's that really excited, nerdy guy. He was part of Mythbusters.
I'm sure it's one that
I've
you've
shown you things
me.
where he's done sort of various different modelling tasks before, and he just when he's got guests on or something, he wanders off to another corner of this massive workshop, takes something out of a drawer, and it's like, got some of that. Yeah. Of course, he's got some of that. He's got some of everything.
The trouble is,
he's got space to lay out everything. It's amazing.
Yeah. In reality, though, I think no matter how big of a space I had, if I had the whole house to myself just for crafting, I'd still fill it, probably.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to do that and have room for friends to come round and sit round a table, and for it all to be... Oh, I'd love to have something like Sue's beautiful studio. That was amazing. But even Sue's got stuff at home as well, so...
Yeah, I mean, you will always need more space.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of space, you can at least have a bigger working area, which will then become less messy.
Yeah. When I first moved up here in 2006, all of my crafting supplies fitted into a plastic tub with a lid. You know, and it wasn't a huge one. It was like it would have fitted on this desk. That was all. And then I had some sketchbooks and things as well. I didn't have paints and things like that. Just had pencils and sketchbooks.
I'm guessing you've still got stuff from that original tub.
Probably,
somewhere in that room.
Definitely. And then I inherited some stuff out my mum's studio as well.
I'm talking of buying more stuff to fill bigger rooms. One of the ideas I had for merch is a T-shirt that says, "Do not sell this person fabric."
That is a good idea. Are you writing these ideas down somewhere?
I've got a feeling the partners of the people in this chat might be more interested in buying that T-shirt than...
Yeah. Yes, I've seen... You've shared some photos. I did think the other day it would be quite fun to have a share your craft space spot somewhere. I used to belong to this kind of blogging group called What's on Your Work Desk Wednesday. A lovely group of people. I just stopped blogging, to be honest, and that's why I stopped doing it. Every Wednesday you would post a picture of whatever was on your work desk or whatever space you work in, really. So if I was on holiday, I might post a picture of the table outside. Because not everybody's got a room, it could be.
As a web developer, I used to enjoy your blogging stuff because it was like going back to the 90s internet. You had web rings going on.
Shut up!
Web rings haven't been seen outside that community for decades. It was amazing. They worked for you, though.
But it was the only interaction I ever got on that blog was from the What's on Your Work Desk Wednesday girls. I very, very rarely got comments from anybody outside of that. Very rarely got many views apart from that. I looked on my blog as literally a journal for myself. And I still quite like, because I haven't done anything on there for, well, it's now not even months, it's years now. I still quite like looking back. Like I went back just recently because somebody asked about the newspaper baskets. Baskets made out of rolled up newspaper, like, hang on a sec. Hang on. Get a couple of examples. Uh-oh. That might be a problem in a minute. Uh-oh. So here's some of them. Here's another one. This is made out of old newspapers and brown paper bags rolled up to make the struts. That's the same. And I've got some colourful ones as well, which is what somebody commented on. And so I went back to my blog to find, because I thought, did I ever do it? She asked, had I done a tutorial? And I hadn't. I kind of did a blog post about them and showed some pictures and stuff and linked to some other people's tutorials that I'd been following. I just went nuts with those baskets. But anyway, yeah, so the post shows pictures of where I'd been sitting at the garden table outside. Is that one gone? Outside at the cottage where we used to live, and making baskets, and just looking back on my blog post now and thinking about what I was doing then. It's really nice, So that's what the blog was for me, as much as anything. But I never, like here, since I started doing this a couple of years ago, this whole kind of community, I think there's such an online community now that there wasn't then in the same way. Not for me anyway. Forgotten what I was talking about. Just waffling again, aren't I?
As Kerry says there, Adam Savage's room, it's not a room, it's basically a warehouse. Yeah, if you just Google Adam Savage's workshop, you'll find various different views of it. And it's enormous.
I'll try and remember in a minute. Shall I write it down? I'll bear with my notepad now. I'll try and remember to put a link to that post in the waffle along room. I was going to say the follow along room, or at least a picture of those baskets, because it's amazing. The bright, colourful ones. I didn't add any colour. I just, when I was rolling up, tearing strips off the newspaper pages to roll them into the tubes that you weave, I just separated out the ones where there was a colour printed advert. So I just got natural kind of colour, naturally occurring colour in there. I've just realised there's a couple more. We've got them all over the house. John's got them in his shed with tools in. There's a couple more.
And don't worry, Catherine, The Hobbit is all over not being funny for a bit. She's got that sorted.
The colours in that one are all just natural colours. And this one.
Yeah, John wouldn't let you throw a couple of them away.
Yeah, I tried to put some in the bin. The thing that amazes me about these, and they get, I've got them there, I've got wools in them there. This one's got the threads from my vintage threads project. They're useful for all sorts of things. What amazes me is that I put no finish on them, no varnish, no paint. There's a tiny bit of glue when you roll the tube up the very last bit of the strip just gets a dab
just
of
to
glue,
stop it from unravelling.
just to stop it from, and that is all. Other than that, it's purely newspaper. But they hold together, and they're still. I've had those now for several years. Some of them, like this one, that has very much yellowed with age, but I quite like that. And on the bottom is the brown paper bag that I'm having to hold it carefully because it's got things in. The brown paper bag that I rolled up to make these uprights. It's very amazingly sturdy. If you did paint them or varnish them, they'd last for blooming ages, I should think.
You do rather like a bit of upcycling, don't you?
I do like a bit of upcycling. Does anyone keep a daily journal? I've just started my... God, that's amazing, Jackie. That must be lovely to look back on. One of those things I've always said I'd love to do, and in practice I can't stick to it.
I don't enjoy my thoughts as they're happening. I don't want to see them again at a later date.
Oh, I do. I'd love to.
I've had enough of them before I'm done thinking them.
John's got taste. Yeah, I put them. I just threw some in the recycling, which is I find quite hard for me to do. And then I found them in John's shed with things in. And he's one for throwing things away. So yeah, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. Now, does that look cute enough? I might do some actual embroidery on it as well. Should I do some? That's probably enough, really, isn't it?
Don't ruin it.
No, don't ruin it. Don't overdo it. I could put now I've got to decide, do I want to Paula gave me the idea of putting that inside last time. I'm glad she did.
Yes, lucky someone was here to tell you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to leave that so that it dangles outside of the book would be quite fun, wouldn't it?
Got to get your dangler out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I want these on two separate things? Because that has to have enough length on it to... Oh.
There's a few cool things you need to look at in the follow-along room.
Oh, let's have another look at the follow-along room. Hang on. I need to go into here first. And look. Right, okay, where did I get to? I got to there. Okay. Let's leave that there a minute. Discord peek. So for anybody that's just joined us and doesn't know, this is the live stream follow-along room in our Discord community. So let's have a look. So I've looked at those amazing drawings from Catherine. Gorgeous. I think my favourite is that phoenix. Or the wizard.
While you look at these, I'm going to abandon you for a minute to get another drink.
Everything's going to go horribly wrong.
Well, just don't break anything for 2 minutes.
Oh, a recent haul from a fabulous local scrap store. So this is Little Sparrow. Flag and pennant bunting. Looking forward to doing something with the fairies. Oh yes, for the folklore theme. Yes, let's have a closer look. Oh yeah, definitely. That bunting was an amazing find, wasn't it? And look at the doily at the top. Oh yes, lovely stamps. Did they come on those? That looks like stamp blocks. No, that's just on the backings, isn't it? That one with the that's on the acrylic block with the kind of mandala shape in it. I got a little set of those in my local charity shop, and I got the whole set of 6 for £3. I couldn't believe it. And now I found another use for stamps. Someone was saying, because I've been using them for fabric, someone was saying, can't remember who it was, shout if you're in the chat, but they were using rubber stamps for stamping into clay. I thought, oh yes, that's something I haven't tried as well. Oh, nice Christmas cake. Impressive. Wow. That is very impressive.
I'm back. Did you break anything?
No. I'm just looking. It's very impressive Christmas cake from Little Sparrow. Look at that.
It is rather impressive, yeah. A little bird is cute.
Oh, was it chocolate inside? That is a Yule. That is like, I mean, Yule log usually just looks basically like a Swiss roll covered in fudge icing if I do it, but that is taking it to a whole new level. Lovely, very impressive. Oh, look, axolotl. Jan, look. How adorable. Was that another pay it forward pattern? I love it. I'm looking forward to having a go at the axolotl page that Abgarok did in the Colouring Our Colouring book.
I just like the word axolotl.
Axolotl, yeah. It's gorgeous.
If it's a baby one, is it an axolotl?
So what are you doing here, Andrea? Different kinds of mark making and things. With ink? Where are you going with this? They're very striking patterns you're creating there. I love doing that kind of thing. That workshop I saw at the Sussex Prairie Gardens, oh, I'd be so going there for her workshops. That reminds me a bit of some of the stuff that lady had hanging up. Oh, look, little birdie patches. How cute. Absolutely beautiful. Look at those.
See you, Tess.
Ooh. Bye,
Enjoy
Tess.
Manhattan.
I'm saying bye, Tess. I don't remember saying hello to Tess. Hello and goodbye. I'm sorry I missed you. And stay warm. It's freezing there as well, isn't it? Catherine, I am so impressed. I especially love that one at the top. Gorgeous. So do you dye the fibre as well before you spin? The wool before you spin? Love those. Very impressive. See, what a very, very clever lot we have, don't we? Oh, don't want to look at me.
No.
Okay, I'm going to plait some of this together now, I think. Let's get me a couple of really long pieces.
You do your own prep and dyeing. Nice.
Wow, that must be so satisfying. My mum used to do a lot of that, and she had a spinning wheel. And she used to dye with natural things like lichens or lichens, whichever way you want to say it, and things like that. She got some beautiful colours, and then she would knit them into these jumpers and things that she sold. These days, she'd probably be selling online and doing really well.
Yeah. See you, Susie.
Bye, Susie. Thanks for popping in. I think she does really well to manage to join us at all, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Right, let's just put a knot there to start with, I think. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Oh, oh, oh.
Ha ha ha.
I am comedy.
3 spinning wheels, 2 electric spinners, and nearly 25 spindles. Oh, you'll have to chat with Jackie then if you haven't already. I think Jackie's a bit of a fibre monster at the moment.
Have you ever poisoned a princess with your spinning wheel?
I need to tie this to something. Maybe I hook it round there, that might work. No.
Absolutely, good. Glad to hear it. That's what they're for, right?
Poisoning princesses?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find anything to tie this to. Surely.
Was it even a princess? I don't remember.
Yeah.
They always get described as Disney princesses, but was that one actually a princess?
It was a princess. I think in some versions she's called Briar Rose or something, isn't she? Don't know.
Disney always does strange things to their version of the thing. It's like,
it cleans
makes
them up.
a very happy tale of something that was originally
quite
horrific.
Dark. Yeah. Oh, this isn't going to work. What is the matter with me?
German fairy tales tend to be bleak and depressing and violent.
I think, they were also meant to be kind of cautionary tales a bit, weren't they? And they were told to adults as well, so...
True.
Like the old Punch and Judy, kind of where that came from was... Yeah. not what you might expect. I'm trying to plait this now. I probably don't need it to be this annoyingly long, really, but hey-ho.
You know, nursery rhymes like the Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
A cautionary tale about adultery. What? Let's just get some kids to sing about this. That'll send a message home to the parents.
I do love the really dark fairy tales, I must admit.
Yeah.
And probably that's going to tend to be the way that I'll go for the challenge, I think. Just warning anyone that's
a lot more fun,
agreed
isn't
to
it?
swap with me. I thought I might have another go at lino cutting.
Yeah. Have you tried kitchen lithography?
Is that where you use like ingredients from your larder to do printing and stuff?
Well, specifically you use foil. So you put some kind of resist on the foil and then use either Coke or lemon juice or vinegar to etch it. And then use it as a printing plate.
No. Well, there's something to try.
Yeah, just give it a go.
This is not working out at the moment because it's too long. Do you know what? I'm going to forget that and do a twisted cord instead. Can't be bothered unplaiting it, so... Let's do it this way instead.
Yeah, I agree, Jackie. Some of these princesses are asking for trouble.
Hey, Frizzy Bee. Now, Frizzy Bee, I don't think... Let me add that to the list. I don't think I've added Frizzy Bees onto the list of... I want to get together a list of the YouTubers that tend to be in the lives that we tend to end up talking about so that I can just add them onto the bottom of all of my... It's all very well making notes. If you then lose the notebook, it's not much help, is it?
And if you enjoy live things, Frizzy Bee regularly does her own live things.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just thinking... Frizzy Bee does a lot, so people that are into crochet. Now I have lost that. Seriously, I've lost that notebook that I was making notes on.
How?
It will turn up. I know. I mean, I haven't been out of my seat since then. I mean, when I went to the loo, but that was ages ago. Oh,
Is it in the drawer?
I sometimes put it in the drawer, don't I? No. Okay, well, I'm going to have to write Frizzy Bee here. I hope that one turns up in a minute.
She's lost it.
I've already written down you and me FPP.
How could you lose it without even moving from your chair? Oh dear.
Ridiculous.
It's under one of the baskets that you were showing off.
It will be. As soon as I get up and tidy up. Yes, it is. It's exactly under one of the baskets. I just spotted it.
That's the only thing you've moved since then, so it had to be.
So I always feel like, you watch other people's YouTube videos and you think they're all organised and lovely and they can just, but actually when you look behind the scenes, they're probably, a lot of them aren't going to be any tidier than I am, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, these guys don't even get to see the full extent. You got, there's like an arc of relative tidy.
I did.
The webcam points at.
That's too fat now.
Oh, you ruined it.
Oh, okay. Start again. I'll get there eventually. I did share a picture in a members only post because I wanted to do some sneaky peeks of stuff in there. So I did do a sneaky peek of what was actually behind me, sort of on the floor where you don't see. But a couple of people did say, yeah, that's just like mine. So I'm definitely not alone. Yeah, see, yours always looks so lovely, Tori, but that's just the square footage you can see on your desk, isn't it? D.I. Tom Late. Why is Mandy saying D.I. Tom Late? Is that Detective Inspector?
Presumably.
Or is it a typo?
It's probably because I worked out where your notepad was.
Oh, yes. Yes, well done. Yes.
See, I worked it out
again. Wayne is saying, yeah, you can find everything. No one else can find anything. Yeah, John needed a sharp knife the other day because the curtain pole downstairs had come off the wall and he was trying to trim a wall plug or something. So he stood in the doorway of my craft room and just kind of said, have you got a sharp knife?
Possibly one or two.
So here in this drawer marked blades, yes, I do have a sharp knife, actually.
Just not in the kitchen.
You found the thing. I can't believe your desk is a mess, Sylvia. You can see part of it. When you can see your sewing machine, it's not messy around that. Exactly, Gina. This is what happens when you put things away. Tom always says that when I've had a tidy up at his as well. He blames me for losing things for the next 6 months.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's more than 6 months because you've thrown things in the bin.
Well, so you say, but
I've caught you doing it.
I'll never help again.
Can I have that in writing?
No. Right, is that going to work for what I want? No, shut up.
TTK of the yard, yeah.
What I should have done was... See, this is where you work these things through and then you wish you'd done it a different way. Can I do that a different way? Okay, I'm doing it again. Oh, dear.
Dear, oh dear.
I will get there, though. I need to get this finished because I want to post this off to Gina tomorrow.
Lindsay dropped something in her old sofa and found $100 bill all folded up tiny. The sofa fairies bought the thing that you dropped from you for $100.
But
that's what happened there.
That'll be it. Because they do that. I'll get those fairies in my house. So, but Lindsay, the question is, why was a $100 bill folded up tiny? Because it must have fallen out of someone's pocket down the...
Well, the fairies' pockets are tiny. They have to fold it up small.
I get that.
Stupid.
Stop it. So yeah, how mysterious. I've got my second plan is to do this first and then I can put a little bead on the bottom. This is going to look so amazing when it's done, but I'm having a couple of stumbling blocks, that's all. And
don't worry, Jen. Doesn't matter how serious she tries to make the shut up, I never listen anyway.
No, he doesn't. It doesn't.
I've been ignoring it for 41 years and I'm going to start now. Although, to be honest, for most of those 41 years, I was waiting for a chance to get a word in anyway. So.
No, I'm laughing. It's not funny. I've lost my glasses on my face as well. I also quite often, because I've got... So this is my everywhere pair and this is my computer and work desk pair. Because this is just bifocal. So it's for the computer and close-up. Whereas these I have to wear... Oh, God, they're filthy. I have to wear everywhere else so that it's got that third area that is for seeing distance. And quite often I'm going to go downstairs, so I need to put my downstairs eyes on, so I'll go one over the top of the other and wonder why everything feels wrong.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's... yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have a phantom headset on because when I've been wearing this for a few hours, it's still there as far as my head's concerned. Yeah.
That's it. I mean, sometimes it is hours, isn't it? If I'm doing a lot of editing or whatever, and I suppose if you're if you're doing one of those long streams or something, you will tend to. It tends to be wearing it for a few hours, and you can still feel it. Yeah, the ghost of it for ages afterwards. Yeah. Okay, I think this is going to work this time.
Why it's not working.
Yeah. Right, let's see. Fingers crossed. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go along at all?
Jackie only wears glasses for reading and seeing things.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. By seeing things, do you mean just the ability of sight, or like hallucinating?
Yeah, as in seeing things. I'm seeing things.
These glasses made of acid.
No, this is still not going to work unless I put this back through. Why am I making this so hard on myself?
Because crafting is too easy in general.
It's because I'm not really concentrating, because I'm actually...
Yeah, I'm going to blame World of Warcraft players in general for that one.
No.
For the record, I used to play World of Warcraft, but you know.
What's that game that you always take the mickey out of, which is Zoe's favourite, that you always tell her it's rubbish?
Oh, Final Fantasy, yeah. Final Fantasy VII was always overrated. It wasn't a fun game. And when you tell people that, say, oh no, you got to keep playing, it gets fun 70 hours in. I don't want to play 70 boring hours before it becomes fun. Get out.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is I've tried a few times to get into Final Fantasy VII, and every time I get bored in the intro mission because it's like so long and just not fun.
It's a bit like when someone tells you a program is really good, but you just got to watch loads of it before you get into it, and you think, well, how many episodes have I got to watch before this starts to feel a bit gripping?
At least with something like Blackadder, for example, just skip the first season. Start from series 2 and it's good.
Yeah.
The first one, the characters...
See, that's good. That's still not going to work. That's still not going to work because I need that to be out. Oh, for goodness sake. I might have to do this off camera because I'm annoying myself now. I know this is simple. I just... I need to quietly sit and make my stupid head get itself around this, and I can't at the moment.
Yeah, I enjoyed Skyrim. It was a little bit of a letdown, but it was all right overall. I've lost track here. I think you should make one, Tom, for a giveaway. You've lost me there, Snoppy. I've missed some chat.
Hang on. I suppose you should vote about...
Oh, I've forgotten what I was saying out loud.
Yeah, it's probably something. I bet Snoppy's sticking up for me. You were taking the mickey.
Oh, the needle book.
Yeah, she's saying you make one. Yeah.
I would, but I don't want to make you look bad. Gaming is boring. Sylvia, I'm going to have to ban you for that, I'm afraid.
I must admit, I like some gaming as well. It depends.
You do, yeah.
I don't like shooty games at all. And I'm not very good at controlling... I end up crouching all the time and walking along the wall and stuff.
Yeah, you did scrape your face all the way down the wall when I got you to play GTA 5. And then you went and bought some shoes and got your hair cut.
Which is not something I would do in real life, even. So that was a bit strange, really. But it was better than shooting old people and stuff. I couldn't. But I love puzzle type games. I love those kind of things.
The point of GTA is not to shoot old people.
Yeah, but there was some shooting old people.
Not specifically old people.
Oh, they looked old to me.
Well, they must have been old then.
I'm going to have to
almost exclusively young people.
I'm going to have to do this off camera because I cannot do what I'm trying to do. I want that going through there. Can I just put it on one giant
the wrong
needle?
Bus home. And it was 45 minutes before you realised, because your book was so good, and the title was Self-Sabotage and How to Avoid It.
I love that.
Obviously not a very good book.
I did once jump on a bus to go to work, and it was on a bus route. I think it was that one near to where you are now, Tom. It was when I first moved there. And sometimes I used to walk to work there. So it only should have been like a 20-minute at most trip on the bus. Got my Kindle out, started reading. But it was one of those bus routes where the bus goes past the same way in the same direction on both routes. Because it was like it sort of shoots off to a little roundabout, which is where I picked it up and has to go around, whichever direction it's going in. So you need to check what it says on the front, basically. But I didn't have my wits about me that morning. I was in a bit of a hurry because I was already late. Thought I'll get the bus, it's horrible weather. Jumped on the bus. Realised I got really into my book and realised, hang on a minute, I've been sitting here a long time, looked around me. Oh, it was also winter, so it was quite dark when I set off for work. And realised I was actually, almost into the city, Tom, in the wrong direction, and I was supposed to be going to the hospital. So Whoops. I'd been going for about half an hour in the wrong direction and then had to wait for another bus back. And
it is a bit weird there, because like say, whichever direction they're going, they come from the same way at that bit, don't they? That's
hard to explain, isn't it? But yeah. So unless the front of the bus, unless you look, and sometimes they forget to change the signage on the front of the bus. They forget to change it over.
It's quite near to one end, so they haven't necessarily changed it yet.
So it isn't always your fault if you get on. And because I was just holding up an NHS bus pass, I didn't have to.
You're not even saying your destination.
Yeah, because if I'd have been saying hospital, he'd have gone, no, mate, you want to wait for the next bus. Yeah. I'm going into the city. So, yeah. Yes.
Spectrum games, that still counts, Sylvia, yeah. I could probably find some games I could recommend to you that would
change your mind.
Similarly fun for you, but look quite a lot better than the Spectrum games might have.
That's going back a while, isn't it?
It is a little, yes.
But then you go back
VR
a while,
stuff,
don't you?
You?
Pardon?
You've really enjoyed VR stuff.
Oh, I love VR. I've got a Quest, which is like a VR headset, for anybody that doesn't know.
Thornis assumed you'd struggle with them more, but actually because you're kind of doing things in a more natural way, you find the controls a lot easier because
just interacting.
Your hands move the way your hands are moving.
Yeah. No, this isn't going to work either. Can't get it to get through. Just want that to come through there.
Yes, No Man's Sky is. I enjoyed that since release. A lot of people hated it because they were promising a lot of things about the game which didn't happen at release. So, they believed all the hype and then got upset. I ignored all of the... Basically, I forgot it was going to be there until it was released. So I enjoyed what there was. The game was actually good. Just as long as you weren't expecting something else. And they have massively improved it since release as well, so... Yeah, good game. Lots of exploring. A little bit of shooting.
I'm struggling with this. I'm really struggling with this.
No Man's Sky made you feel sick. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't played the latest No Man's Sky stuff yet. Yeah, Sylvia, I'll find you some free games that will hopefully be as good as Escape Hampstead.
You're laughing? Are you laughing at someone else's games?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sensing some gamer scorn there.
Have you seen the Spectrum? Or games on it?
We were once having a conversation with an electricity company or power supply company, gas and electricity, about Tom's tariffs and stuff. And she actually guessed, didn't she, from your usage that you were a gamer? Because she said it's always the case that you might have gas central heating, but your gas usage and your use of gas for cooking will be a lot less than your use of electricity for the computer.
The thing about a gaming PC is it's also a space heater.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more efficient because you're also getting something else out of the thing.
And it's right there where you're sat anyway. Yeah. Now I've made this hole so big, I'm going to have to thread a bead on the end to stop it coming through. Look, I finally nearly did what I've been trying to do. Later.
Also, you need to
I need to scroll down. Yeah. Yeah, but I've got to do something while I'm sat here, so I'll keep going. I've nearly done it now. Yeah. Just need a bead to go on there now. Have I got a bead handy? That's buttons. Have I got beads in here?
And yes, Granny, so Wolfenstein, excellent game. Well, it was excellent for the time. Very simplistic by today's standards.
Anybody who's just joining us, this isn't normally a conversation about gaming.
Not usually a topic we talk about, no.
But that's the thing, though. We all enjoy lots of different things, so that would be pretty, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's put that. Right. It's all gone a bit quiet now. It's because I'm not talking, isn't it?
Yeah. People all gone off to play games.
Yeah. It's time to go soon anyway. Isn't it?
Yes.
So is there anything else we need to mention about? Oh, if I know I keep showing this, but I just think it. Oh, God, I'm gonna have a lot of tidying up to do after this. Seriously.
I'd suggest not doing it.
Well, that's
and
sweet.
Yes, Jackie, they're just over there, next to the thing.
A miniature trident. What are you doing? Oh, Tori's doing Warcraft miniatures again, isn't she? Yeah, they're just under your thingy, Jackie.
Yeah, next to the what's it in the with the and stuff.
Yeah. One of my favourite tricks is losing my needle and then later on picking up my scissors and realising the needle has magnetised itself to the scissors. Get that all the time. To the point where now the first place I look is the scissors to see it. So this is, for anyone that hasn't seen it, our community colouring collection, which you can get free download. I think I have put this in the description box. And this is the one I worked on. This is Gabby's page. But you can't see what it looked like originally now. I don't think I've still got the spare print. No.
Hi, Lindsay.
We'll use that. Is Lindsay off?
It's got all Scottish.
Lindsay. Thanks for coming along.
Is that you away?
That's me away now. That's it, you're away home, Lindsay.
Way up the road.
It's for a stitched piece and made out of wire. Oh, intrigued to see that. I need to see your tag book as well, Tori, because I need to start mine now. Bye, Lizzie, and thanks for joining.
What a handsome devil on the cover of that coloring
it's not
book.
This handsome devil. We definitely need some beard baubles. Because we brought this out before Christmas, so that's why we made it all Christmassy looking, but it's not Christmassy all the way through. So
it definitely wasn't because we already had that made for the quiz.
This is a drawing by Gabby that I went through and did a sort of mixed media job on the other day. So it's gouache paint, coloured pencils, gold pen you can just about see there. Oh yeah, look, that picks it up. And white paint pen.
Shiny.
Abgrot was the person who suggested the colouring collection, so there's loads of Abgrot pages all through this book. There's another one. There must be one missing there.
Yes, it ended up pretty much every other page.
Yes. There's this is a small, I've printed out a smaller because I want to do this Tory page as a felted piece, I think. Or possibly like a fabric collage. I haven't quite decided, but yeah, I think it's perfect for that. As a piece by Rachel. Now that would work for the fairies and fables, wouldn't it, actually?
It would rather,
you could just add a little fairy in there and you'd be done. Obviously, add some colour and things. Yeah.
And put it down the side of your sofa and see if $100 bill appears.
Yeah, make sure you fold it up into lots of pieces. There's a piece by Snoppy that would just be lovely to doodle into or make a collage. There's some puzzles in there as well. I haven't done a word puzzle yet. There's a lovely doodly one by Tori. So you can go to my Gumroad and download this free. There's definitely, I'm sure I put the link in the description box. There's axolotls. I might do the axolotls next, actually. I need to do an Abgarok one. They are cute. And this one by Claire.
No trigger warning for you, Jackie.
Trigger warning? Oh, the gnomes.
Because the gnomes, yeah.
Yeah, coming up. Hey, Alana. Thank you for joining us. Hello, but goodbye, because we're going in a minute. Well, you've got 10 minutes.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. So the idea of this one is to create a scene around it, which I think would be really cute. I quite fancy doing something like the Johanna Basford style things. I don't know if anybody's seen it. She does this whole series of, she shows you how to do these, she calls it Inky Wonderlands. I've got a book by her somewhere. Shows you how to do all these doodles of little flowers and creatures and things. She's brilliant, Scottish lady. And she once did this challenge where she doodled a whole floor of a gym, this huge gym. She doodled the whole thing on massive white paper with a black marker. It's amazing. She's a tiny little lady as well. Love that one.
Tori's got that book.
She's got a whole series of them, Tori. And she, there's like an under the water one, and yeah, she's lovely to follow as well when you watch her videos and things too. It's made by Dawn, who I think was in the, she might have been in the chat a minute ago, I don't know.
I don't think I've seen Dawn, didn't
No, I know where I'm thinking of Saturday. She was there on Saturday night, wasn't she? Here's TTK, one of TTK's mandalas. Love this grasshopper one.
Yeah.
See, everyone I'm looking at, I'm thinking, oh no, I want to do that one next. Look at this.
Can't do them all next.
Now, Paula, who is Craft Artisaurus in our Discord, she has just started her own YouTube channel. So if you haven't popped over there already, I definitely added her to the list of YouTubers. Let's encourage her to do some more videos, because she's literally just started. She did a video, her very first one.
2 videos up.
2 now.
Yeah.
I think she said one was showing more of like her going out and about where she lives, which would be nice to see. And I think the first one was showing the gorgeous parcel that Christine sent to her, because she won Christine's giveaway. That's for our December live, I think. So she showed that off. Yeah, lovely to hear her voice, you know. She's over in New Zealand, so she doesn't, this is a weird time for her. To be fair, the nighttime ones are a weird time for her too, aren't they? She gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
There's no easy way for us to do a live that'll be sort of
good for everybody.
No.
Now this one will work
Zoe.
for the.
Good
Hey
timing.
Zoe, just been talking about you. This one will work for the latest challenge as well, because that's a fairy story. That's the Princess and the Pea, and that's a line drawing from one of my own paintings. There's another little Rachel one. I love that one. So whichever one I look at, I wanted to do them first. Here's Zoe's. I'm a bit scared about doing Zoe's. I can't cock it up.
You don't want to ruin it.
No. You know what that Zoe's like. I love it. So Zoe's very much into space and things as well. So I suspect this is a bit autobiographical.
Hi, Drusilla.
Autographical. Hi, Drusilla. Are you colouring in this? So I think, my plan is to use these images for all kinds of different arts and crafts, actually. And it will get me, just doing that one of Gabby's just reminded me how much I love painting and things, and I just haven't been doing enough of it. Not enough hours in the day, are there? So altogether there are, love that one. Altogether there are 48 pages in here. And these puzzles are good because you have to choose 3 colours, colour all the sections in, but you can never have the same colour next to itself. So it's quite a fun little puzzle, and then I'm going to doodle into each one as well. Leaves, I'm going to print that out several times, that one I think, and make a wreath. More of those puzzles. That's another one of mine, the bears. It's just, you can see there's a huge variety here. Some of Sue's beautiful Zentangles. That's the owl full size. And we made them into vectorised images, so you can scale them up, scale them down. I love that one. That's another Tom mandala. Scale them up, scale them down. They'll print out really nice. Whatever size.
I sure will.
Yeah. So, gnome warning. Jackie hates these cutie gnomes. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm doing with them, Jenny. It'd be lovely because you could just transfer it onto fabric, cut out pieces of fabric to match the shapes, or colour it with ink tents or whatever, and
do
stitch
different
into
embroidery
it.
stitches.
Different embroidery stitch in each section. Yeah, there's so many different ways to interpret these images. And I love this
covering
is
that
fun.
entirely with embroidery stitches would take quite a long time.
Yeah, but we love to do it, so yes, I love this. This is a good idea Claire did, but Jackie was saying the other day in the chat in Discord that she hates these cute gnomes. She really hates them.
Like I said, I'm personally offended because I'm just a hat away from being those gnomes.
I think I know where Claire got her inspiration from for these two. Do you think? Yeah.
The only problem is there's not a big enough beard on one of them.
This one's going to be getting beard baubles to me, I think. I'm ignoring you, by the way, Tom, on purpose. So.
Sure you are.
That's probably my favourite of your mandalas, isn't it? The Stargazy pie. Love that. And I'm actually quite looking forward to colouring this one, or stitching it if I dare myself, although this is my own drawing. I quite like the idea of kind of doing a black outline stitch around all of that and then filling it with, I don't know, it'd be a big job.
That would be a big job, yeah.
Yeah. Love the cupcakes one. This is too much for me to hold together now. That's the last one by Dawn. Obviously, that's quite Christmassy now. I'd be adding bits into this as well. So yeah, that is the Artifartist Community Colouring Collection. If you do anything with it, do feel free to share pictures in the Facebook group. And I pushed that too far back. I'm going to think I've lost that later on.
She said, do, guys.
Right, I'm going to wait and do battle with getting this bead on the end after we sign off, I think, because that's going to be a bit of a...
Yes, that
so
way
I'm not
you can
convinced
swear.
it's the perfect... I might find a wooden bead instead. Can't decide. Colour works quite well with that, but I might have a purple wooden bead I can use instead.
Yeah.
I need a bead because otherwise I think that might just come off. So that'll be hanging, that'll be going on the inside. But it can be used as like a little pincushion. And then I'll do a separate little record with this on, I think.
Do Muff. Isn't that
Or
the
maybe
song that was in that Wednesday
one.
show that she was dancing to?
Do Muff. He is gnome-like, Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he pulled that hat down far enough and you couldn't see him from here down, he'd definitely look like one of those. And if he had a little pair of feet coming out just under his beard, actually, Tom, we have to set that up.
Yeah.
If we got a little pair of I was going to say kid shoes, or actually my boots, and put them underneath your beard.
I don't want your boots anywhere near my beard.
And say, I think that'd look really funny. And get that Christmas hat and pull it down.
The Christmas hat isn't big enough to pull down. It barely fits on my head normally, let alone pulling down too far.
Maybe before I turn it into a jellyfish, that hat part that Jackie has sent me to make my emotional support jellyfish. That would work.
Jackie doesn't seem to like this idea.
Purple wooden bead. Yes, Mandy, I think you're right. I'm sure I've got a purple wooden bead. That would work better, wouldn't it?
I imagine you have, yeah.
Yeah. Little red boots. Right, I think I need to be saying my goodbyes, don't I?
Yes.
Thanks for coming, Sylvia. And thanks again for the FPP file. I may need some help when I come to actually doing it. I'm thinking, I've watched your videos and I'm thinking I think I've got my head around it, but I might get stuck. So
yeah, she's very easily confused. She might have some questions.
Yeah, but Sylvia's very helpful if I do get stuck.
Too late now, Jackie. You can't. You can't.
I'm glad you
control
managed
it.
to catch us finally, Rain. Oh. Carol's back. How did you do? 1.5 hand one was completed. Well done.
Nice.
So thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks again so much to channel members. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I won't scroll your names again now because we did it at the beginning. But yeah. Look at all those emojis. We'll get going on the cat emoji. I think it should be a farting cat, actually. Kill 2 birds with one
should
stone.
we do Waffle instead?
Well, that would be going against the poll. Although we could just put it top of the list for. Maybe Waffle would be the most appropriate. Yeah, okay. Maybe. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Guys.
Nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you. To see you, nice. That's my impression of
All right, Brucey.
Brucey. Bye. Now I am going to straight away remember how to do this.
Sure.